What up, though? All you motherfucking turkeys. What's cracking? What's shake, bacon, rattling, rolling, bitch? So, we got some GTA 6 news. Motherfuckers already striking up lawsuits on this shit. The game ain't even came out yet. This bitch already getting some motherfucking lawsuits. Let's get into it. You feel me?
Weird world. This isn't a hot take or anything. I've seen other people say this as well.
Subscribe. I'm gonna stop saying sub up because somebody told me they didn't know what that meant. Fucking subscribe. That's what that means. It's free. Fuck.
Oh, but like
the shit I be
these
asking
hackers
to
are
do is
using their
free.
awesome
The shit y'all be
skills
asking
to
me to
just
do ain't
go
free.
after game makers, like go after the bad guys or something. But sticking with Sony, there has been some news trickling out about PlayStation 5 Pro specs leaking. There are some numbers floating around out there. Not too much to grab from them other that...
I'm only getting a PS5 Pro if Grand Theft Auto come with it. That's the only reason I'm getting it.
It's
if
like
it
an
come with
update
that,
on the
then I'll
GPU
get
architecture
it.
from
Otherwise, I'm not buying
RDNA 2 to
another
RDNA 3 with more compute units. The
we
CPU
ain't coming here for
relatively the
PlayStation.
same-ish.
We came here for GTA
But
news.
those specs may not be real. And also, famous leaker from Insider Gaming, Tom Henderson, has also come out saying that he
like
can't
that Metal
confirm
Gear
these
Solid
leaks, but
shirt.
he said that actual real spec leaks will probably come out soon, and Sony is internally preparing for that because, according to him, and take it with
How
a
the
grain
fuck-
of salt, this is just rumors.
How the fuck is say internally Sony is expecting full specs to leak this month because of dev kit distribution to third party studios? But like, if you expecting it to leak, is it really a leak? Motherfuckers be saying some shit.
Specs will start to leak out because development
kits.
kits for PS5
Is it
Pro will
really a
start
leak?
going
We
out
did.
to developers. Who knows if that's the case? We'll just have to wait and see. Again, it's all just rumors and speculation.
I
It's
think
a smaller
30 Dan got
story,
some liquor.
but I figured I'd bring it up because you do see a lot of
I want
headlines
your
where it's like
liquor, Dirty Dan.
PS5
I'm about to
Pro
call you for your
leaked.
liquor.
Oh my god, it's amazing. Like we don't totally
Answer your
know for
phone.
sure. It may be a leak. It may not. We may have one soon. I don't know. Some people only just got a PlayStation 5. So come on, man. But jumping back to superhero games
can't
next,
find your number to call you, pussy.
Blade
Answer the phone.
was one of my favorite announcements
it. You
from
still
the
gotta
Game
answer.
Awards with Arcane Leon. The Arcane side specifically for like Dishonored 2, Death of the Outsider, and Deathloop. They're making a Blade game, like a Blade-ass Blade game, and that teaser trailer was really cool. I think it's a match made in heaven.
Fucking Blade?
I'm really excited. I haven't really talked about it too much in other videos, so thank you for hearing me out. But,
Fucking Blade. We got a
if you were
Blade game
hungry
coming.
for
I never
any
even
little
fucking knew that.
extra,
We have to
like
watch
I
that.
was, Arcane Leon did put
Nigga, this ain't even what I called you for. Did you know they was making a fucking Blade game?
No, that's sweet though.
Just fucked me up. I just learned it while the phone was ringing. That wasn't even what I was calling you for. I was calling you to see if you got some liquor.
It's something over here. It's something in about it's reddish. That might be one.
I don't care what it is. I just wanted an alcoholic beverage, and I can't go to the liquor store.
You're welcome to it.
Okay. Beskies. I'm gonna be over there. Huh?
Oh, it's uncertain.
Oh,
Alright.
I'll be over there.
You're welcome to it though.
All right, bet. I'll be over there after I make the video.
Hey, one, two. Sit on the bed. What seas?
Huh?
Oh yeah. Sit on the bed. That's it. Alright.
Oh, all right. Boom.
put out a couple
I don't
of
have to go to the
concept
liquor
art
store.
images, and they look really
She
cool.
wanna go to the liquor
It
store.
definitely
I
sets
wanna
a
go to the
tone.
liquor
It is
store.
Paris. It is Blade. It is
This
dark
fucking
and
Blade.
moody and like kind of weirdly fashionable and artsy. And they posted these screenshots also with like a link and a post about how they're hiring. So that's what happens a lot of times with some big early game announcements. It's because they want to staff up. So as us just regular people on the
Man,
outside,
look at this
I would
Blade
take that
situation,
as
guys.
they're
What
only
the
just
fuck?
staffing up. They're still working on this game. It's going to be a while before we see this one. But in some bummer news, E3 is canceled. Like officially, forever. We've talked in the past multiple times about
She wanna go to the
E3
liquor
being
store.
canceled, like for that year, you know. And this year we knew it was canceled, but now we got the news from the company, the organizers behind E3, that that's it. They are wrapping it up. It is done. That's it. And it's happening for a lot of reasons. Number one, the biggest thing is that companies are realizing now with the internet they can just put on.
Dad joke break, bitch. I got a question for you. What can open doors and is full of a lot of letters? What can open doors and is full of letters? Keys. I don't think I get that. That's a Laffy Taffy joke. That's not mine. So don't give me that. What kind of tree survives with no water? Gross trees. Nope. Groceries? Where the answer at? I ripped the answer off the damn thing. A family tree. I guess that's true. I'll let you add that, Laffy Taffy.
On their own events, they can do their own thing and not have to pay for show floor stuff or stuff around E3. They can control their information more freely. Also, the ESA, the group behind E3, has had a lot of weird, bad decisions in the last couple of years. They've also had a lot of leadership turnover and just some stuff behind the scenes. And yeah, for a lot of people, it seems like it just didn't get with the times enough. Gaming has become so big now, it's freaking massive, dude. It's beyond any of us. E3 should have been at the top, and they just couldn't really get there, whether it's through those choices or the changing times, whatever. So we kind of saw this coming, but still hearing about it now, even after we're like, haha, makes sense.
Each one bigger than the last. The time has come to say goodbye thanks to the memories.
Still kind of sucks because as a kid, I remember reading about E3 in magazines, wanting to go there one day. Then I ended up, watching it on G4 and like on early YouTube and internet stuff and wanting to go there, to eventually getting to go there and feeling like it was an immense and awesome privilege. But, I went to the last one. What was the last one? In 2019? Not expecting it to never happen again. So I almost wish I could go back to 2019 E3 knowing that there would never be another one again because they were cool. They were really fun events. They were open to the public, so thankfully some people got to really see it when they did open it up in the last couple of years. But that's where it's at. E3 is no more. There will be plenty of other events to take its place. The Summer Game Fest, of course, a lot of people have been talking about that, but all the other, like the Future Game Show, the PC Gaming Show, there's Indie Showcase, there's just so much stuff. It's really like kind of E3 for forever now, just spread out, spread thin. I don't know if it'll ever be as fun as those like condensed packed, I would take off work, like those condensed packed couple of days where it'd just be constant gaming news and showcases, but yeah, that's where we're at now. The times they are a change. I'm not gonna do
the times they are a
change. That'd be terrible. That would be awful. When the times they are a change. Nope.
You did it. It's too late.
When the time. Nope. Whoa. Hey folks, before we keep going, this episode is sponsored by Factor. If you're new, Factor delivers fresh, never frozen, dietitian approved.
They don't pay me. They pay you, baby.
Calorie smart chefs. A lot of ways to eat different. Those 55.com. And maybe just like the publisher model and higher ups making bad decisions. The latest is some people from Wizards of the Coast, Dungeons and Dragons people, many of them who had their hands in getting Baldur's Gate 3 made, which is unfortunate. Also, the room right now at the time of recording, it's not officially confirmed, but it seems like Embrace Your Group is laying off a ton more people, specifically from like Splitgate and 3D Realms, legendary classic developers, and apparently they're being like nearly gutted. I want to go to the liquor store. I will link the most updated report I can find, as well as everything else I talk about in the show. But yeah, especially right before the holidays, it's just like a long line of people suddenly caught short from their jobs, and it's not just the gaming industry. It's happening to a lot of us out there, other industries, other jobs, and it sucks. So if you do make games or you work around games and you were laid off, just know that we're thinking of you, and good luck.
I want to go to the liquor store. She want to go to the liquor store.
And in some last-minute bummer surprise news, we got to add this in. Naughty Dog has officially announced that they have canceled the Last of Us online multiplayer game. This new Last of Us Factions game that was originally intended to be an add-on for The Last of Us Part 2 eventually became its own project, has now officially been scrapped. And personally, I'm really bummed because The Last of Us Factions was like one of the few multiplayer games, modern multiplayer games, I really got into. So I was looking forward to this. Their statement is very interesting. Part of it says, and I quote, "In ramping up to full production, the massive scope of our ambition became clear. To release and support The Last of Us Online, we'd have to put all our studio resources behind supporting post-launch content for years to come, severely impacting development on future single-player games. So we had two paths in front of us: become a solely live service game studio, or continue to focus on single-player narrative games that have defined Naughty Dog's heritage. They also confirmed, and I quote, "We have more than one ambitious brand new single-player game that we're working on here at Naughty Dog, and we can't wait to share more about what comes next." Interesting statement, where they felt like they had to commit to either being like a games as a service maker or a single-player studio. With a studio as big as Naughty Dog, I don't know. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about this statement, but ultimately,
Why do you think
I
Naughty
do
Dog
prefer
is so
single-player
fucking
adventure
big?
games,
Because
so
I
I'm
know they
glad
made
that
some
won
big
out in the
games,
end,
but
still,
Naughty
I was
Dog
really
is not
looking
no
forward
big
to this,
ass
so,
fucking
yeah.
studio.
Now jumping
no
over
more,
to some
bro.
other
They're not
wild
really
and
no
weird
fucking
news. The
contenders.
day
These niggas
before,
not
the
making
day
no
before
crazy
release,
games for real no more.
and it's not good. Yes, what everybody was thinking. A lot of people were throwing around that it was like going to be a scam or it wasn't real. It seemed like most of that was true. I didn't do the before you buy on this. Every so often, like I can't do every single before you buy, so I have to delegate them. So Falcon and Eric behind the scenes checked out the day before, and yeah, it's a mess. You've probably seen all the viral videos already. We linked it in the description down below, but the interesting thing is that it was so bad that Steam delisted it. They took it away, so you couldn't purchase it. And then shortly after that, there was the announcement from Fantastic, the developers, that they're shutting down. They were like, hey, this didn't work. We're shutting down. See ya. Just very aggressive, very weird. They were even replying to people on social media being like, shit happens. That's an actual quote from the developers. So weird, wild time.
This is
was
our
it a
first
small group of
big
developers like
experience.
over their heads? I don't know what it was,
crazy.
but the initial trailer that
shit
seemed really
happens
cool, people were interested.
to a fucking
Made the
game
game
they
be
released.
massively wishlisted on Steam. So there are still some people out there that got the game hoping it would be this cool thing, and they only saw that first trailer, and now here we are. That sucks. But thankfully, it seems like everybody's going to get a refund, and I hope they do. What a shit show. But in other news, just some other trailers and stuff I've linked in the description down below. Asgard's Wrath 2 is a VR game dropping pretty soon, and the reviews for it are really good. So I'm curious to check that out. That like totally caught me off guard. I knew the first one was good. I played a little bit of it, but damn. Also, God of War Ragnarok Valhalla, the free expansion DLC that Sony Santa Monica just dropped, apparently is pretty good and worth playing. I haven't gotten to jump into it yet.
I gotta go
weekend, but word on the street is that it's actually really cool and adds some story stuff. So I really want to see what that's about. So I just wanted to put that on your guys' radar. Like, don't forget it. But also don't forget Dusk. Dusk is one of my favorite kind of like retro style first-person shooters.
We got some free DLC,
and they just re-released like an updated version called Dusk HD. And if you want to check that out, that is linked in the description down below. Also, Ready or Not 1.0 is out, and it seems like people are really digging this. A little bit more of like something more intense, tactical-focused shooter. As an old-school fan of like original Ghost Recon, original Rainbow Six, this is just what the doctor ordered. I want to check this out at some point. But there's so many games out right now.
Hold on, they just get blew up into another room.
Also, I do kind of like original Ghost Recon, original Rainbow Six. This is just what the doctor ordered. I want to check this out at some point. There's so many games out right now. It's insane. Also, I do want to link a new trailer, a gameplay trailer for Mouse. Now, we highlighted this back when like an early just like quick production clip went viral. But now we have a full trailer, and this is like a 1930s cartoon first-person shooter. And it looks like it actually plays like a real first-person shooter. You can tell the person is playing, I think, with keyboard and mouse, and it looks pretty intense. It's like goofy.
You got a
like,
finger gun?
And silly blunderbusses, and like, bad guys that you're shooting are like, their heads are falling off or they're turning into ash, like old cartoon-style stuff that I absolutely love. I hope this is awesome. Even from the developers here after they put it out, we're not going to see it anytime soon, but I am keeping my eye on this one, and we will keep you informed. I definitely want to play this. Because me personally, like, I love stuff like this. I just love cartoons of all time periods, and I love game developers playing with different art styles and mediums, and I hope this is cool. Anyway, one other story I wanted to touch on is Hideo Kojima and Kojima Productions has announced that the Death Stranding movie has a publishing partner. We knew there was a Death Stranding movie coming that made headlines a while back, but now we know that Kojima Productions is working with A24 to make a Death Stranding movie. A24, for the last decade or so, has been making waves as a movie company, doing some pretty cool, unique stuff like X, Pearl, if you like horror movies, Midsummer, Talk to Me most recently, Everything Everywhere All
Talk
at
to Me
Once.
sucked.
Like, they do all kinds of stuff, but
That
it's
movie
usually got
Talk
a
to
really
Me
cool
sucked. So if
creative
they made
spin
that
on
movie,
it.
I'm not going to want to see Death
I actually
Stranding.
think this partner really makes sense. Good on Kojima for nailing something so big like that. Like, A24 is still kind of like the darling in the movie world, and I actually think like A24 choices and their vibe and their aesthetic definitely
what?
matches up with Death Stranding. I can totally
I
see
hated the movie Talk to
a
Me
Death
so
Stranding
much. I
movie
don't get
by
how you
A24,
talk
but
to
that's
the
just crazy.
studio up so
Good for
much.
video games here. This is nuts. I'm curious. A lot of people are just questioning like what is a Death Stranding movie going to be like? Is it going to kind of like focus up that story that got a little messy towards the end? That was like my one real complaint about that game. You know, is it going to be the same character? Is it really going to be the actors from the games playing their characters in the movie? Who knows? It's probably going to be a while before we actually see anything. I mean, there's still a Metal Gear Solid movie in the works. So
The greatest part is, I clicked this video for GTA 6 moves, and it's all the way in the beginning of the video. Here we are at the fucking end. How did I miss that shit? Did y'all miss it? I don't know. If you didn't, we about to start it over. Because how the fuck did I
December
miss that shit?
15th, 2023.
I was
As
sitting
usual,
right
my
here
name
the
is
whole
Jake
time. Did
Valdino.
I
Here to
move
talk
or
about all
something?
the video game news that has been going on
What
this
the
week.
fuck
And
happened?
it's a pretty jam-packed week. So let's just jump in. The first story is kind of a funny one. It's actually kind of a familiar one. It's about Grand Theft Auto Under Attack.
Right.
Yes,
Grand Theft
this
Auto
time it's
Under
Grand
Attack.
Theft
This is what
Auto
I wanted to
6.
talk about.
It's not even out yet. It's just a reveal trailer, and people are already coming after it. This is similar to a situation with Lindsay Lohan going after Grand Theft Auto 5, if you remember that.
'Cause she said
sued
that was
them,
her.
for kind of using her likeness in the game. It was a really thin case, and ultimately she ended up losing that
Hell
battle,
yeah,
but
'cause
it
that's
was in
the
headlines
regular
for
white girl.
quite some time. This time around, it's a little different because of this guy. This is Lawrence Sullivan, otherwise
Oh, my
known
God.
as the Florida Joker, and he's been calling out GTA 6 for using him in the trailer. He, of course, is famous for, like, in 2016, 2017, having his mugshot on TV, and people are like, wow, that guy really likes the Joker. He has green hair, face tattoos, and the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer shows a guy with similar face tattoos and purple hair. So it's very much specifically parodying that shot. Is it an exact representation of the guy itself?
That
Like,
nigga
that's
said-
for the
he
courts to
threatened
decide
them with
if
a
it
lawsuit
gets that
and said,
far.
"You
But
think
he
I'm
has
playing?
taken to
I
social
don't care
media
what
basically
you-
saying,
whether you
hey,
playing or not."
GTA, pay me $1 million, pay me $2 million because you took my life, you took my likeness here. He has threatened to lawyer up and claim that he has evidence, so we'll see where this goes. Is this a clout chasing thing or is this for real? I mean, like, as soon as I saw that shot in the game trailer, I immediately remembered that viral screenshot of that guy from back in the day. That's where we're at with this. Who knows? Rockstar doesn't usually tend to publicly respond to things like this. Will it get caught up in court? Will it end up like the Lindsay Lohan thing? I have no idea. But this is stupid. But me personally, all I can do is celebrate any fellow diehard Batman fan that's trying to get money. But the other big news this week in terms of courts and legality is the Insomniac hack. So there is reportedly a hacker group that has gotten access to Insomniac data, like a full data breach, and they are holding on to spoilers
shit,
for
this
the
Wolverine
Wolverine
game,
game,
bro.
threatening to
Where the
release
fuck
them
was any of
unless
this? How did we
Insomniac
miss
pays
this
them
part
like a
of the
$2
video?
million ransom. And it is a real story. Sony has confirmed that they are investigating this whole thing, and we don't know where it's going to go. But there is already, I believe, some stuff floating around out there, even stuff about Insomniac not even pertaining to Wolverine. I don't want to talk or show anything really here because the video could get taken down. Stuff is now leaking from Insomniac, from Wolverine. So, like, you know, there's some stuff on the internet. It's been scrubbed pretty quickly. But just in terms of like a ransom hack thing, it's a scary thing to be working on something, you know, whether it's a game or not, and suddenly you're hacked and essentially blackmailed into paying a mysterious group like a bunch of Bitcoin or something. It's a wild, weird world. This isn't a hot take or anything. I've seen other people say this as well. But like these hackers are using their awesome skills to just go after game makers, like go after the bad guys or something. But sticking with...
How the fuck did we end up all the way right there at that moment? Have we missed a whole 3 minutes? Whatever. Florida Joker is trying to sue Grand Theft Auto. You're not going to win, pal. You're not going to win. It's not you. You talking about you got evidence. Of course, the only evidence you got is that fucking game trailer. And you're not going to win, pal, but good luck, man. That's been GTA 6 news, pussy. You know what I need you to do. Turkey. Subscribe. Yeah. What else I need you to do? Oh, you supposed to like the video and you're supposed to comment. These are things that you are supposed to do, type shit, because these things are free. I think. You let me know if they've been charging you to do this, because I'll reach out to the head of YouTube and nothing will happen, but she would know. So let me know, and I got you. Because I got plugs nowhere, and I can get you a whole lot of nothing. But it's going to look phenomenal. It's going to look like I did a whole lot of shit. And I didn't do nothing. The reason this video is still going, because for some reason I can't seem to find my stop button on this fucking recording. And I'm trying to casually find it. Yeah. That's the problem. But I'm out.